What's up, nerds? So today we're diving into the latest addition to the MCU, Captain America Brave New World. And oh boy, do I have some thoughts. This movie, while it has its moments, ultimately lands squarely in the realm of mediocrity. And here's why. First off, let's talk about the villains. Now, the Red Hulk, played by Harrison Ford, is a highlight, but only if you consider a 5-minute appearance a highlight. I mean, come on. We get a taste of what could have been a fantastic addition to the Captain America saga, but it's over before we even get to savor it. I mean, the rest of the villains, they simply suck. There's no depth, no real threat, just a bunch of forgettable baddies that fail to push our hero to new heights. But let me go and start with the positives before I get into the negative, because there are some, and they are pretty damn good. Now, the acting, man, was I surprised. Carl Lumley, Harrison Ford, and Anthony Mackie really bring the feels. I mean, Carl Lumley, what a sweetheart. And he's going to break your heart. And Harrison Ford, man, I felt so bad for him. Like, leave this guy alone. I mean, he just wants to be good. That's really what this movie is about. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, if you loved The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I did not, on Disney Plus, you might appreciate how this film goes in that directions with its politics and its messaging like it did before. I personally didn't appreciate that. And I didn't feel like this was a big screen type movie. Like, I felt like this was made for TV personally. I mean, the character development was good, and then there was the heart. And there is, I mean, it's not the strongest movie, but it's not that bad. Okay. However, don't let the strong performances fool you into thinking that this is a cinematic masterpiece. But I do want to talk about the elephants in the room, or should I say the lack of snakes. I mean, there's no Serpent Society in this movie, no Diamondback, and no Seth Rollins character. I forget what it is off the top of my head. And it's like, what the hell, Marvel? I mean, it's like they forgot some of the coolest elements that could have made this movie pop. And I think that the Serpent Society was a way better bad guy than whatever the hell was going on in this. I mean, we did get Carlos Esposito as Sidewinder, but I mean, that's it. And he was a Sidewinder in name only. And he only shows up for like 3 scenes. And he's barely a villain. I mean, talking about the villains, like I said before, the Red Hulk, I mean, he's in this movie for like, 5 minutes? I mean, come on. You can't just tease us with that kind of firepower and then just give us a taste. I mean, the rest of the villains, like I said before, they suck. They're just plain and simple. They're forgettable at best. And it feels like they were written with the assumption that Kamala Harris would win the presidency, which, let's be real, didn't happen. Now, the action sequences are a mixed bag. There are some good ones, like that aircraft carrier battle sequence, but overall, they're not up to par for the franchise this deep into its run. And the CGI, when it's good, but when it's not, it's like watching a Saturday morning cartoon that lost its budget halfway through. The budget was reportedly somewhere between 200 to 30 million, and that does not reflect on this screen. I mean, it feels like an $80 million movie in parts, which is a testament to how bloated the MCU has become with its production costs. Speaking of the budget, this movie feels like it's trying to do too much with what it's got. It's got this big, Brave New World vibe, but it feels like they were expecting a different political landscape, one that never came to pass. I mean, the movie's political undertones, while present, they feel undercooked. I mean, the movie tries to comment on contemporary issues, but doesn't dive deep enough to leave a lasting impact. It's like they were afraid to go all in, resulting in a film that feels safe and, well, forgettable. The absence of the Serpent Society was a missed opportunity to bring some classic comic book spice to the mix, and cutting out characters like Diamondback and Seth Rollins' character, I forget what it is off the top of my head, just made the film feel less rich, less engaging than it could have been. Because if I'm being honest, I was all geared up for some snake-themed action, but nope, they're now nowhere to be seen. And it just, I feel like cutting that was a shame, because I I feel like those could have added some much needed flair to the villain roster. So, in conclusion, Captain America Brave New World is a decent watch if you're in the mood for some light-hearted superhero action with a nod to political thrillers, but it doesn't soar like the earlier Captain America films. It's watchable, especially for those family outings where you want something everyone can enjoy, but don't expect it to redefine the MCU or push boundaries. I mean, it's solid, I guess, but it just feels like they're trying to wrap up all of the little things that they couldn't do it, so they just made this movie. And I mean, it's somewhat solid, but not a particularly memorable addition to the Marvel saga. But tell me what you guys thought about this movie. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What was your favorite part? Who was your favorite character? I mean, your favorite part has to be that Hulk fight sequence because that was the only part, and the battle with the Indian Ocean over the Celestial Island, that was pretty good. But overall, this movie was just like, you know what I'm saying? Um, and not a must watch for the MCU, in my opinion. But tell me what you guys thought about it. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know, I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on my next review. You guys have a good day. Bye.